Hey guys, welcome back. It's Josh with the Financial Advisor Car Guy. This week we're going to talk about something that I see on YouTube all the time. I also see it on other social media. I'll see it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. But what we're going to talk about today is people who build kit cars, or not even kit cars, they customize and fabricate bodies of super high-end exotics, and they're taking a chassis off of some random car and building this replica car. And I don't know if you guys ever see this stuff, but I'm gonna post a couple of pictures as I talk. But one I just saw where these guys were building, I think it was a LaFerrari, and what they took was like a Nissan Sentra. They had this rundown, beat up old car. They literally custom fabricate a chassis. They literally do. They'll take all the suspension, the engine, the transmission, everything off this donor car, and then put it into this custom chassis. And I don't mean for this to sound bad, but generally these folks are in third world countries. So they'll show you themselves driving the car down the road, but it's not even really a road. It's like a dirt path or a dirt whatever. Anyway, they use clay, they use, all these different types of media. Generally it's fiberglass is what they build the bodies out of. Sometimes they're made of wood. But, again, they'll take the design or the idea of one of these high-end exotics. I've seen Lambos, Ferraris, Porsches, Bugattis, you name it. Pagani, I watched a Pagani video. And these guys build like a really quality looking vehicle. I'm sure it rattles. I'm sure it's not a high quality replica, but from, 20 feet away, they look nice. And so I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys because I see this all the time. And it often makes me wonder, Ferrari especially is a company that seriously frowns on fake cars, right? They do not want you, they don't even want you to modify a real Ferrari, let alone build a fake one. So I kind of wanted to, circle back and talk about that a little bit. But, the generic process, as I stated, right, is they find a beat up old car, literally tear it apart. They'll take the engine, and most often they're going to rebuild that engine, rebuild the transmission, rebuild the suspension, all that stuff. But they're custom fabbing a body out of fiberglass and clay. They'll mold clay, let the clay harden, and they pour the resin, lay the fabric or the fiberglass, and then they peel it off, and they build a mold and then build the actual pieces, bolt it all together, sand it, paint it, buff it, and then they drive it, and it's incredible. And so if you haven't seen one of these videos, just go to YouTube and type in anything, custom. I see them in my feed. I don't even know what you would search, but you could search for like home built Ferrari or custom built Lamborghini or Bugatti or whatever you're looking for. They're out there. I've seen beautiful ones built out of hardwood, and then they don't even paint them. They will clear coat it or seal it or stain it and clear it. And they're stunning. I've seen a lot of fiberglass ones again, this Ferrari, this LaFerrari. Shoot, you guys, literally, as you see it driving in the video, and they put aftermarket wheels and stuff, and they'll customize it so that it's maybe got a little bit lowered suspension, or they'll build it so that maybe it's not lowered, it's factory suspension under there, but they'll build it so the body sits lower, so the whole thing kind of looks lowered. Very cool. These guys are seriously skilled, and it's wild because they're truly working with primitive tools. Nobody builds a car with modeling clay. There may be a concept car somewhere that Ford or Chevy or Nissan or Toyota or Honda or whatever, they might still use clay in the design process, but the way these guys are doing it is they're building the chassis, they're building the frame, it's all steel. Then they'll, cover it with clay and cardboard and whatever to get it to fit the shape that they want, essentially. Then they lay their fabric, all the fiberglass, and then they pour their resin on top, let it harden, cure, peel it off, build molds out of it, then build all the actual panels. And again, they are skilled workers. So that's all I got for you guys this week. Super short video, but like I said, I did want to include those few photos. and just kind of chat with you about it, because it's something I see almost on the daily, if not for certain weekly. I see a different video, different car. I mean, in one of those photos, and I'll post it again right here if I didn't already, I don't know. You can see a Bugatti in the background. And so that's another one of their replica cars. So these guys do this kind of, I don't want to call it for a living because I don't know that they're selling them, but they're building them as a hobby and they're doing a darn good job. You know, if you can build your own car that's a multi-million, like Bugatti, for example, you know, that's a Chiron that's probably a $3.5 or $4 million car, and these guys are building it. And I've seen them where it says something like build a supercar in 100 days or something like that, you know, and they truly start from the ground up. And fascinating work. I'm not that skilled. I don't know many people that are, especially to truly go from start to finish, but they have a team. It's probably all their buddies. And, you know, it's crazy because they're like running around barefoot, primitive tools, just wild, the quality of craftsmanship that they're putting together. And I commend them, man. It's hard work. It's a lot of work, but their end product is super cool. Their end results are beautiful, and they're painting them. They're doing the whole 9 yards, and it doesn't look like they're sparing any expense. It looks really well done. I mean, they even use fiberglass and build their own bucket seats. I've seen them use, you know, maybe interior from their donor car, but customize it so that, you know, they're more of like a racing bucket. I've seen them do leather work. I've seen them do all these different things. Sometimes they'll leather wrap the dash and they'll do the seats, and maybe they'll lay a carpet in the interior. Other times they don't, and other times they don't even show it. So we don't know what the finished product looks like on the interior. But I mean, again, from any distance away, these cars look legit, and it would take a pretty, I don't want to say trained eye, because that's not what it is. It would take someone looking over the car for more than just at a pass. If it drove by you, you'd probably assume it's the real thing. But if it's at a car show or stopped in a parking lot or drive-through or whatever, and you have an opportunity to truly look at it, yeah, I mean, you can probably pick it apart. I think on the LaFerrari one, or maybe it was a different one, but the LaFerrari one, they actually custom wire LED headlights. They are pouring epoxy and really customizing, hand pouring these tail lights, and you know, they embed the LEDs and then they wire it all up. And I mean, they do a phenomenal job, you guys. So that, again, sorry, I didn't mean to ramble. That's all I got. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'd encourage you to go search YouTube for this kind of stuff. If you've never seen a video, just watch one. You know, I enjoy them. So if they pop up in my feed, many times, especially if it starts as I'm scrolling, I'll sit there and watch the whole thing. And sometimes they're 60 seconds, sometimes they're 15 minutes. And, you know, every one of them is a little bit different, but they're awesome. So go check that out. Otherwise, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell. And of course, most importantly, remember, may every investment you make be a good one. Till next time.